This video is brought to you by Draeger's International Classic Sales in Seattle, Washington. Hi, I'm Jerry Draeger, Draeger's International Classic Sales in Seattle, Washington. We're here at Draeger's Clubhouse to show you this 1977 Chevy half-ton. It's a Scottsdale. It's really clean and really nice. 86,000 miles, 3 owners. And I bought it out of Wenatchee, which is in eastern Washington, which is a dry country. And if you look at the underside in the video later on, you'll understand why it's in great shape and solid. I mean, this is the kind of truck that's hard to find. I'm looking for them all the time. It's really, really hard to find one of these trucks that's nice. Most of the trucks, you know, they've been used as trucks. But I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with this thing. Interior's beautiful in it. It's a nice truck. Now, I mean, driver's side looks just as nice as the other side. I mean, everything looks good along here. Of course, you've got rally wheels, and it's got plenty of tread on those tires. The tie downs. Now, there's chip in the paint. There's another chip, another couple of chips in this paint here. You know, so there's a few little things on here. But, you know, overall, this thing looks really good. The mirrors look good. And I know these doors work great. They just close nice. And, of course, the Scottsdale, it's a half-ton pickup. Again, all this paint, hood, and everything, it looks nice. I can just tell it's been repainted, and it's not the best paint job I ever saw, but it's damn good. And I think you'll be real proud to drive this truck. The windows work good, as you can see. They roll up and down just fine. And you got vent wings on here, and they work good. Now this is just like the rest of the truck. It's real nice. The hood all looks real good. I'm not going to tell you the paint is perfect or anything. There's a little dent right there in the trim, but you know, look at this chrome bumper. It's beautiful across here. All this is good. There's a little pitting right in there, on there, but you know, and a little bit of tarnish there. But I mean, this truck looks great. It's a nice truck. I didn't notice there's a little piece in the grill broke right here, but I wanted to show you how you open the hood. It's right there in the center there. Just reach in and lift up. And of course you can see the engine compartment's pretty decent on here. The firewall looks good. We got power steering and power brakes on here, so that's all good. We also have the jack right here, so I don't know about I didn't see a handle or anything else, so, but the jack is here. And this all looks good and clean. This is clean underneath here. And this thing just closes nice. The passenger side on this Scottsdale looks real good. Everything looks nice. We got the rally wheels with the beauty rings on here. And tires, they got a lot of tread on them. I wouldn't say they're probably 50-60%, probably somewhere in that area. And all the windshield looks good and everything all across here. These mirrors look real nice and everything. Everything along here looks good. All that looks good. Closes great. It's got the tie downs on here, and of course you got the stakes in here. And this is the only gas tank you have on this truck, and it's a good sized tank, as you'll see in the underside videos. I mean, I'm just looking at it all here, and everything looks just fine on here. Now the back end on this truck looks good. I like the black bumper on here. That just sets it off. We got a ball on here so you could tow something, but there's no electrical hookups on here. And I noticed right there's a little dent, and there's a couple dents across the top here. Kind of typical, you know, it's a pickup, so it's been used a little bit as a truck. And of course you can see it's good and solid in here. I see some dents up there in the front on the front of the bed, and there's a dent over here and a couple little dents in here. But you know what? This thing looks great. I mean, I see some wear on here, but overall it looks real good. I think you'd be real happy with it. Now let's take a look behind the seat. Oh, there. Now here's the lug wrench, and here's the wrench for the jack. So the tools are all here for it. And you can see this is nice and clean back here. Now you got to look at this truck. I mean, this truck is nice. I can tell that these are new in here. Carpets are new, and everything, and it all looks good. I mean, you can see that these are all clean underneath here. It all looks good, and of course, the dash pad looks good on here. I mean, I like this wood grain on here, but we do have a crack up here on top up there, so that's the worst thing on it. You can see how nice the door panels are, and the bottom of the door and everything is really clean. And again, the dash pad, like we showed you, is really nice. This door panel over on this side over here, it looks real nice and everything else. Take a look at this has got a solid piece in it. It doesn't have a headliner. A lot of the times these headliners in these trucks hang down, so you don't have that problem in here. It's just nice. I just want to show you how clean these door jambs are. That's just the way this whole truck is, nice and clean. As you can see, the gauges work, temperature gauge, everything works, fuel gauge works. Heater, it works good. I know because I've been using it, because I've been driving this truck from time to time, and it gets lots of good heat out of here. That puts it down on the bottom, that gives it full temperature. So that all works. Radio works. Nothing exciting radio-wise, but it does work. And of course the wipers work. And the windshield washers work. And does the horn? Oh, the horn works. So this got the heavy-duty bumper on here, and you got a spare tire under here, which a lot of these trucks don't always have their spare. And you can see, I mean, this thing's clean and nice, and it's good. I mean, this is a really good, solid truck. You can see the bottom of the pickup bed. I mean, Andrew cleaned on this. In fact, you see the water spots up there and on the tire here. That he just washed to the underside of it because he thought he'd get it really clean. But some of this stuff doesn't want to come off very easily. And it isn't a show truck or anything like that. But I got to tell you, we didn't find any rust anywhere. You see the rest of it up front here. The muffler here looks like fairly new on here. And again, as you can see, the bottom of the pickup bed, it's really clean. It's just the original primer on it, the way it came from the factory. I mean, the frame and everything's all good and solid. And look at this big gas tank. It's got just a giant gas tank. You'll see more of it. Now you look at here, the corner of the cab is up here, and all this is all good and solid. All this is, I mean, this is what Andrew was trying to get clean and get it nice and shiny, smooth. And I told him, don't worry about it. I mean, he could have probably got all this off too, but it's just good and solid. And again, that's a big gas tank. It's the only tank in this thing, and I don't know how many gallons it holds. And again, here's the bottom of this thing. I mean, it looks fine. Everything's good and solid. I mean, you know, we could paint on here and stuff, but are you going to show this truck off? You're going to put mirrors underneath it? I don't believe so. But if you want a truck that's really solid, really good condition, I don't think you're going to find one that's much better. Okay. Okay. Nothing exciting sound-wise there, but it works well. I think you'll find this a good-looking truck from the outside, and I sure like driving it. I can tell you that. I keep saying that. We're northbound on I-5, just rolling along very nicely. You can see we're doing about 55 miles an hour, and it's heavy traffic. I'll go ahead here a little bit and get an idea what it looks like from the backside. You can see this thing looks good all around. Yeah, it's a nice driving truck. And you can tell it's quiet. It doesn't rattle. It rides good. I'll step it now on it now here so you can get an idea how well it goes. You gotta remember this is a 2-barrel on here, it's not a 4-barrel, so it's not a big horsepower rig, but it sure runs good. Probably helps on gas mileage too, probably being a 2-barrel. Now I want to show you the passenger side of this truck so you can get a good idea what it looks like on this side too. I hope you enjoyed this drive down the freeway. It's got a little heavy traffic, so we may not be able to video any further than this. So just see, this is what happens. Get some. If you're looking for a really good pickup, and I want to tell you, these 78 and older Chevy trucks, I like the 78 to 73s. They run and drive great. They're pretty reasonable in price too. I mean, if you get into the 72 and older, price goes way up. I mean, you can find a 72 Chevy pickup for 20 and more sometimes, and they're all over the place on price. Where these, you can buy one of these, a nice truck like this, for under 10 grand, and I gotta tell you, it'll do a lot of work. I would drive this truck anywhere, so enjoy it. Well, we're back to Drager's Clubhouse, and I hope you enjoyed this test drive to see how it works and drives, and I think you'll be very impressed with it. And if you're at all interested, give us a call, 206-533-9600. We'd be more than happy to show you this nice, beautiful pickup.
On behalf of my father, Jerry, and myself, I hope you enjoyed our video and got a better feel for what this vehicle is all about in its overall condition.
Thanks, Andrew and Woody. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our video, and you ever come to Seattle, we'd really like to have you come in and see Drager's Clubhouse. You can see some of the things we have here. We do motorcycles and all sorts of stuff, and we have a great time here. And Drager's Clubhouse is just one of those fun places. Everybody'd like to have one like this. Drager's, 206-533-9600.